Hi, Kerry Garrison with the Firearms Show, and today we are going to build the ultimate assault rifle. Well, maybe not the ultimate assault rifle, but definitely we're going to have some fun with our handy Ruger 1022. Remember, this is a 22 long rifle, so it's not a big, heavy, high caliber gun, but we're definitely going to have some fun with it today. We're going to start off with the Archangel AA556R conversion kit, and we're certainly going to have some fun, that's for sure. Now, what we're going to end up doing is converting it to this tactical kind of look and add some cool features to the whole platform. So we have the Archangel Kit, we have a UTAC flashlight laser combo. This is super cool. You can see it there, and we can adjust this so it's flashlight, strobe, flashlight, and laser. So all these different combinations together, going to be very cool to put on. It does have this optional pressure switch. I'll explain that as we get everything put together. We have a American Tactical red dot scope for good accuracy when we're shooting, and we have a UTG Bipod. So all things considered, this is going to be pretty cool. Oh, also, we have a Butler Creek Hot Lips 25 round magazine. In terms of tools, we're going to need two tools: flathead screwdriver and a hex kit. There's two different sizes that we're going to need in here, which is why I keep one of these handy that just has all of them on it, make it real easy. So we're going to get started. First thing I'm going to do is take off this existing scope. It's going to come right off, and we're going to remove the scope rail. Now, when you're putting these on, if you're not going to be taking them off anytime soon, it's good to use just a small little touch of blue Loctite. Put it on the screws and let it dry a little bit so that you don't drip any Loctite into the receiver there. And again, I'll touch on that when we get to another part of this conversion. Okay, there's our rail mount. We're going to take off this front barrel clamp. Take that guy right off. And now, one of my favorite parts about the Ruger 1022 is how easy it is to tear it down. Definitely, we're making sure that it's empty, nothing in the chamber, of course. And you're going to put the safety halfway in the middle, otherwise it won't slip out. The only screw we have to worry about is this one takedown screw. So we'll take that out, and we need to keep this one handy because we're going to reuse it. Put that aside and take the stock off. And what we have left are the guts of the 1022. Now, one of the things that comes with the Archangel conversion kit is this extended magazine release. It's actually very easy to put in. Take out these two pins, drop out the trigger group. There's another pin that slides out, pull that out, put it back in, put the pin back in. I had already done that, so it would just take a lot of time to go through. The other modification I've done is I put in a Speed Bees bolt release, and that's really handy. If you're familiar with the 1022, when you lock the bolt back, you then also have to try and manipulate that little piece to get it to close again. With the Speed Bees, or there's a bunch of them, just go on Amazon, look for 1022 auto bolt release. Now, done. I don't have to deal with that. So that's kind of handy. So that was done to this gun previously. Now we're going to open up our kit here, grab our primary parts, and underneath is a little hardware kit. And we're going to need all this. Now, I had already pre-fit everything and learned some lessons along the way, so I'm going to cover those as we go along. One of the most important things to check before putting this all together is this magazine well and making sure that your magazines are going to go in and out very easily. Right out of the case, the standard rotary magazines would not go in and out. They would just, they'd get stuck once you had everything put together. You had to get a screwdriver and pry it out. The extended ones, you could wedge in there and get out, but if you wanted to use the regular ones, these were a real pain. So I just took some real heavy grit sandpaper, sanded all this down inside until I could get that magazine to literally just drop out, which is exactly what we want. So test fit before putting everything together. Save you a whole lot of time later on. Oh, after I used the real heavy grit sandpaper, I then used a finer grit sandpaper. I think I started with a 60, and then I went to a 200 just to give it a smoother finish. Now, putting this all back together, it's just like taking it apart. Everything just kind of pops together when it wants to. Oh, that's right. The safety got bumped there so it wouldn't slide into place. There we go. So hopefully you can see where this is going. This is going to be a very, very fun project to do. So again, back to the single takedown screw. We're just going to put that guy back in here and tighten it back down. There we go, nice and snug. Now the second part is the barrel cover here with the Picatinny rail on it. This is going to slide into place. Now again, I need to take some heavy grit sandpaper in here in order for it to go over the rear mount easily. Now if you never plan on using the sights or the rear sight, if you never plan on using these sights, you can just take a brass pin, knock them out, and take it out and then not have to worry about that. You can do the same for the front, but you'll still be left with this piece on here. So I decided to just leave that one on for now. So there we go. Again, test fit everything before tying it down. Make sure it's all good. And we're going to go to our parts kit here. So here's actually the original bolt release that came in the 1022. The only difference really between this and the one I have in here is this little knob right there. So you can see how it has this little point that comes down. If you want to do it yourself, you can just take a Dremel and just take that straight across. Take that straight across there, and you've got yourself your own automatic bolt release. I bought the Speed Bees one because it actually has a little texture to it, and it's stainless, so I thought it looked a little cooler. Now, putting this together, we find the two long screws that we have here, which have Allen heads on them, and they are just going to screw into this piece here. Now, the one thing to be careful about when you're doing this part is making sure you remember that you're taking screws into polymer. So you don't want to over torque it, otherwise you'll strip that out, and you strip that out and it's game over for this whole kit. So you definitely don't want to do that. Another thing you might want to do is get a hex set that has ball ends. It'll really make doing these screws a whole lot easier. Mine happen to be in storage right now because we're moving, so I'm doing this the hard way. Now, to make things easier on you, I'll fast forward through this process. Alrighty, things are really starting to come together now. This does have an adjustable buttstock, gives you a much longer length of pole, very handy when shooting this. Okay, so next up we have the top cover, and it only goes on here one way with the ejection port on one side. Sweet. Okay, so to put this together, there's 2 large screws. Those will go in first. Again, keep in mind that you're taking metal screws into polymer, so you definitely do not want to over torque any of this. You want it to be nice and snug, but you don't want to over torque it. There we go. Now it's biting. Very nice. Now we have those 4 screws that we took out from that other rail are going to go in there to snug everything else down. We'll make sure we find the right bit for it. And we'll put those guys in place. Now again, you may want to put just a tiny drop of blue Loctite on here. Let it set up a little bit, make it easier to put them in there without dropping or dripping any Loctite into the holes. Again, I'll fast forward through this so I don't bore you while I put in 4 screws. All right, here we have it, the pretty much finished conversion kit here. There's 2 more parts that are in the kit here. I'm going to show them to you, but I'm not going to use them, and I'll show you why. Well, first off, when I bought this particular 1022, I had already decided I was going to put this Archangel kit on it, which is why I hunted out and found a 1022 with the stainless barrel. I thought it was going to look really, really cool. Now, if we look at these other kits we have, or these parts, we have this fake end piece with a fake flash hider, which would sit on there like that. 2 problems I have with that. One, I would have to remove this front sight to put it on there. Second, I think it looks dumb. It also comes with a plastic bayonet. Again, not a real fan of doing things like that and kind of having them be, well, fake. Not a big fan of fake. So when all is said and done, I'm going to get a grip on it here. It would look like this. But I'm not going to put the front piece on, and I'm certainly not ever going to use a fake bayonet just for looks. I think this looks pretty cool the way it is. Problem we have right now is we now have no access to the sights, and the scope that I took off, even though, I mean, that could be kind of cool on here, uses the 22 tip-off mounts, so I'd have to change these rings or get a better scope for it. So to make my life a little bit easier here as I put the rest of the parts on, I'm going to start with this UTG Bipod, and that's just going to screw on to the rails here. Now the point of the bipod is so that when you're in the prone position or when you're on a bench, you have a lot of stability. Now these do come out and extend. Pretty cool. Let's get it up a little bit higher. Ooh, strong springs. And they fold up when not in use. So pretty cool. I may have to end up reversing that as we put the rest of the stuff on. Next, we have the American Tactical Red Dot Scope or Red Dot Sight. This one's really cool. I like this. This was about $35. Oh, the Archangel Kit is about $140. Now, I actually found this on, I believe, armslist.com. Someone was selling it for $100 because they decided they didn't like it. So I got a good deal on that. The Bipod on Amazon was $16. The Red Dot Scope was $35. And the laser flashlight combo from UTAC was $65. So again, we're going to go back to our hex keys. Find the right one here, which I believe is not that one. Loosen those up just a hair. Now, because this is sitting higher than the barrel is, you are going to need to sight this in the first time you go to the range. The best way to do this is to get a bore scope or a bore laser, fits in the end, shoots a laser out so you can see where the bullet's going to go, not taking into account any bullet drop for range. It's going to be good, for short range, but it'll help you get this dialed in. And so you line up the dot here with the dot from the laser, and you can get things dialed in very, very quickly. All right, got the mount on there. This thing is seriously starting to look cool. The laser, just you squeeze the end, slide it on. Now we've got a cool laser and flashlight combo on the end. I'm going to make sure that these legs, actually they do hit. So what I'm going to do is just turn this around. There we go. Now they can fold back nice. Easy shooting. You can actually pull them down and use them as a forward grip. Use them as the stand. Very, very cool. Now, one of the things I told you about was not being able to get these mags in there. I told you I sanded down the mag well. Pops right out. But what really looks cool is when you have the extended magazines in. Now we're talking. So, what have we done? Again, the Archangel AA556R conversion kit, American Tactical Red Dot Scope. We have the Speed Bees automatic bolt release, the Butler Creek Hot Lips magazines, the UTG Bipod, and the UTAC laser and flashlight combo. Look in the notes on the website at thefirearmsshow.com for links to all these things. There'll also be links here on YouTube in the video notes. So next up, taking this thing to the range and really having to go at it. Oh, I forgot one thing. I mentioned that the light has this pressure switch. Now what you can do is connect that up and then put this somewhere like where your thumb can hit it, so that when you push it, it will turn the system on. So if you're in a hurry or if you're using this for home defense or something, you can just push that, everything comes on without you having to reach up underneath this and turn things on. So not a whole lot of money invested in this super, super cool looking system here. Hope you enjoyed this ultimate assault rifle build here at the Firearm Show. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.